Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tin Helm playthrough. In this video, I am playing as the human with the Marauder class, and so the human starts with 9 HP and 7 energy and no food. The human may select one extra trappings card of their choice from the remaining cards before beginning their adventure. So the human, in addition to whatever starting items you get with your class, you also get one additional starting item of your choice. Now, with having said that, I do have like Tin Realm and a few extra cards from like gates for this game, but I'm choosing for these first few videos just to use the characters and classes from Tin Helm itself, and then after I've used each character once, I will start mixing and matching the Tin Helm and Tin Realm characters and items. But just for these first few videos, I figured I'd kind of keep it Tin Helm pure, and then start adding a little more later. So that's the human. The Marauder class gives 5 HP and 2 energy. You start with the axe and bedroll, and when you spend 1 energy, you deal 1 additional damage. 2 energy, you deal 5 additional damage, and 3 energy, you deal 8 additional damage. So spending 1 energy to attack is really inefficient. It is not great to spend 1 energy. So I might be a little energy starved this run, we'll see. So the axe that you start with, when you roll doubles during combat, you may re-roll. You may discard this card to deal damage equal to the sum of rolling 2 dice. And then we have the bedroll. Gain 1 extra health when you rest at a campsite. Pretty straightforward. And lastly, the extra card that I chose using the human's ability is the mace, which when in combat against an undead enemy, you inflict an additional 1 damage on successful hits. So I figured since spending 1 energy is going to be so like hard to deal damage, I figured the mace might give me the little bit of extra boost in damage that I need to mitigate that. So with that in mind, let's calculate our starting health and energy. So 9 health from the human, 5 health from the Marauder. That is a whopping 14 health. That is the maximum amount of health you can have in this game. But our energy is only going to be starting 7 from the human, 2 from the Marauder. It's only at 9, which is extremely low. And we're going to have to spending more energy just to deal like a decent amount of damage. So I'm going to be very worried about our energy consumption here. And our food starts at 0 as well. So I don't think I'm going to die necessarily because of taking too much damage. I think I'm going to run out of energy and then just take a bunch of hits in battles because I can only deal 1 damage at a time with the punch attack. But we'll see. So starting off, we have the chasm. Even though I just said that fights are going to be rough, I'm going to go to the chasm and take whatever fight this is. So we've got the Watcher. Unfortunate. That is... Oh, this is going to be a rough game. Okay, so the Watcher is 4 health, plus 1 from being at dungeon level 1, does 1 bonus damage, has 1 defense, gain 2 favor when we kill it, you lose 1 energy before combat begins when fighting the Watcher. So immediately down to 8 energy. Not the biggest fan of that. It's not undead, so I don't get bonus damage from the mace. Woof. I'm just going to go ahead and spend 2 damage in the hopes that I can kill this thing. So that is a 1 and a 4, so that is 3 plus 5 is 8, minus 1 is 7. That is well more than its 5 HP, so it is dead, and I will get 2 favor. Okay, Not the best start, but now we have the statue, which is just a trap and an item. I'm going to go to the statue. The fewer fights, the better. So we have a trap that does 0 damage. Awesome. And then the chest has a symbol. So let's go find the symbol. This says, when at the altar, you may gain the reward 1 level higher than what your favor would otherwise indicate. So that's good. That can also help offset the fact that we don't want to be taking a ton of fights. We have the Sanctum, which is just a trap and a fight. I'm going to skip the Sanctum. So skip the Sanctum, we entered the Old Well, and we're going to have to fight the Possessor. Okay, this is both good and bad. So the Possessor has 6 HP, plus 1 from the dungeon level, so it's 7 HP. Does 1 bonus damage, 1 defense, gain 2 favor when we kill it, and when you defeat a Possessor, you gain 1 shard. So that'll be the first of 3 shards that we are trying to collect on this run. Okay, so 7, effectively 8 health. I could guarantee a kill by spending 3 energy. Or I could spend 2 energy and gamble a little bit. I'll just spend 3 energy. I don't love that, but I'll spend 3 energy. We get a 5 and a 6. I'm glad I spent it. So that is 8 plus 1. 6 minus 5 is 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9. Minus 1 from the shield is 8, which is 1 above its 7 HP. So I will gain 2 favor and a shard. Okay. So we're doing good in our progress department, but we're not doing very good in our energy department. But we're going to go to the Old Well and fish. And if we roll a 5 or 6, we get some food. As a 2, that is nothing. So next we have the Catacombs, which is another fight and event. I'm going to skip it. I'm too scared of fighting with only 3 energy. And we get another fight anyway. Ooh, but we will get a potion. So we have to fight the Skelipede first. Skelipede, 3 HP, plus 1 from our dungeon level, so 4 HP, 0 bonus damage, 1 defense, gain 1 favor when you kill it, and Skelipedes do not miss when they attack. They always reroll doubles. So, 4 HP. 5 from the defense, but I have the mace, so I'm doing 1 bonus damage. I'm gonna go ahead and only spend 1 energy and hope for the best. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. So that is 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 from the mace is 7, minus 1 from the shield is 6, which is much more than 4. So the Skelipede will die. I will gain 1 favor. And then I will get the potion from the loot deck. This is what I'm looking for. Because this will, when you may discard this card from play to gain 2 health and 2 energy. That will definitely help with some of my energy issues that I'm going to be having. Okay. So next up is the kitchen. I will go ahead... It's another fight and then a campsite. Oof. I'm going to skip the kitchen. Hope for something better. We go to the corridor. We get hit by a trap for 2 health. Ouch. And then we have to go to the labyrinth. You find yourself lost in a cavernous maze. Spend 1 food to escape. If you have 0 food, spend 2 energy to escape. If you have 0 food or energy, spend 3 health to escape. Well, I have no food, and I have exactly 2 energy. Oof, that's not good. So I'm going to go ahead and discard the potion now to gain 2 health and 2 energy, which basically just makes that a nothing card. Not ideal. But we have the stash. I'm going to skip the stash. So we will skip the stash, and we will get the altar event. So the altar, I'm at 5 favor currently. So 5 health would let us get 2 health and 1 energy, or 5 favor would let us get 2 health and 1 energy. but I have the symbol. So when I'm at the altar, I gain the reward 1 level higher. So instead, we look at the 6 to 7 one, and so we get 3 health and 2 energy. So I'm at max health, so I will gain 2 more energy. Now, unfortunately, I have no food going into the next dungeon level because there are no more cards left, so we move on to the next dungeon level, but you're supposed to eat a food when you move to the next dungeon level. But if you cannot, if you don't have a food at the end of the level, you have to take 3 damage. So I'm going to take 3 damage because I'm literally starving, and then move on to the next level. So I'll shuffle all these up. That was a pretty brutal start. I did get a shard, but that 9 energy is really kicking us. We did find a way to scrounge up a bit more energy with an altar and a potion, but still not doing the best. Okay, so we have the corridor here. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the corridor. It's a trap and event, but I'm going to skip it. And we go to the statue. So we go to a trap that deals 1 energy, so we lose 1 energy from this trap, but then the chest has a turnip in it. So I'll grab this turnip, which when you encounter a pigman, you may discard this card to gain a shard, or you may discard it any time to gain 3 energy. That's good. Next we have the quarters, which is a fight in a chest. I'm going to go ahead and skip the quarters. And we get the chasm. Not ideal. We have to fight a wraith. So go to the wraith. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta move this to the second level. So wraith has 5 health, plus 2 from our dungeon level, so it is at 7 health. Does 1 bonus damage, no defense, gain 2 favor when you kill it. You lose 1 favor every time the wraith successfully hits during combat. Now this is an undead enemy, so I will be getting a buff from my mace. So, no defense, 7 health. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 energy, going down to 1, and roll a dice. Okay, that is a 2 and a 5, so that is 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 1 from the mace is 9, and that is much more than 7, so the wraith will perish, and I will gain 2 more favor, going up to 7. So next we have the kitchen, which is a fight and a campsite. I don't think I can handle another fight. Yowza. I might have to discard this turnip. I'm going to go to the kitchen. And I have to... Oh, no. Yeah, I have to fight a Watcher. Again. So, Watcher is going to have 4 plus 2, so it'll have 6 health. Plus 1 bonus damage, 1 defense, gain 2 favor when you kill it, lose 1 energy before combat begins. So I'm at 0 energy. I'm just going to go ahead and discard the turnip. I know it can get me a shard, but I am in desperate need of this energy. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 of that energy immediately to attack. We have a 3 and a 4. That's 1 plus 5 is 6. Minus 1 is 5. It has 6 health, so it'll go down to 1 health and then attack me back. It got a 1 and 3, so that's 2 plus 1 bonus damage is 3 damage. So I'm going to go down to 8 health. Then, spending 0 energy, I will deal 1 damage to the Watcher by punching it in the face. And I will gain 2 favor, going up to 9. We have the stash. It is a chest. I'm just going to skip it because I know what could be on the other side. So I'm going to skip the chest. we go to the waterfall. So the event is the altar. This is fantastic. So the altar, I'm at 9 favor, but I get to do the next one from the symbol. So at 10 plus favor, I can gain a shard or heal to full. I'm just going to gain a shard. Okay, so the sewer, I'm going to go to the sewer. It's just a trap, a campsite, and a water. So this could help me heal up a little bit. So I'm going to go to the sewer and see what happens. So the trap makes me lose 2 health down to 6. But then the campsite, I get to gain an extra health when I visit the campsite. So I will gain 3 health and 1 energy. And then I will fish for some food. On a 5 or a 6, I get food. As a 4, not quite enough. Then we have the Sanctum, which is just a trap and an enemy. I'm going to skip the Sanctum and go to the clearing, which makes me fight a Doom Skull and then another campsite. So Doom Skull has 4 plus 2. It's going to be at 6 health. No bonus damage, no bonus defense, 1 favor when you kill it, but the Doom Skull always attacks first. So Doom Skull will attack me. It will get a 4 and a 3, so I will take 1 damage. And I'm going to spend my last 2 energy to attack it back. Getting a 1 and a 6. I guess I only should have spent 1 energy, but 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 from the mace is 11 damage. It is Giga Dead, and then it will gain 1 favor. Okay. Now, once again, I made it to the end of the dungeon level, so we're going up to dungeon level 3. I have no food to eat, so I'm going to take 3 damage. So I am suspecting that this is going to be the final floor of this run. I'm either going to die here or find the next shard very quickly. There's only one way to find out. So, we have the corridor up first. It is just a trap and event. The event could be the altar and could just let me win the game, so I'm going to go to the corridor. So, corridor... Nope. That's really bad. Oh, no. So I'm going to take 2 damage, go down to 3, and then go to the labyrinth. I have to spend food or energy. I don't have either, and so I take 3 health and die. Man, that run was brutal. I did get 2 shards, but even having the maximum health in the game does not help enough when you just get no food and no energy for the majority of the run. I didn't get a single food the entire run. That is unfortunate. This could have easily been an altar and I would have won the game, but instead it was a labyrinth and I lost the game. So, them's just the break sometimes. Yep, that was another playthrough of Tin Helm. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.